gents. Little show and tell on a Bergen I've recently made. I call it me Rambo. I made it out of tiger stripe material. Probably not very effective here in the UK, but it's just alley, it's just bragging rights. What I decided to do, because I had an absolutely excellent Alice pack frame, they had a harness built. It came from a Black Hawk Bergen anyway, which I've still got. I can still put back on if I wanted. Absolutely top of the range harness, webbing belt on it, so forth, and sternum straps, everything you could want, even a quick release so you can drop the thing quickly if needed. And I'll show you later on, but even has pouches at the back of this thing. Show you them as we come round the Bergen, ladies and gents. So I thought, if you've got a brilliant system, saves a lot of work. I always got on with the Alice packs. Some people didn't like them, but I loved them when I was in the army. So, but I had that, ladies and gents, so I thought I'd just put everything on the back. So apart from the frame and the light green strapping, the back of the Bergen, you know, this padded bit here, everything was put on by myself. If you've got a great little system, carriage system like that, make use of it, ladies and gents. But there's a few people wanting me to do a bit of a show and tell. I've not tried to do anything magical with this Bergen because I don't need to. There's only so much you can do with Bergen or rucksack, backpack, whatever you want to call it, ladies and gents. And I tried not to. I didn't do anything sort of space age with this. So I just made it as to how I would like it, ladies and gents. So I'm going to flick this round now and I'll show you the business end of it. If you can hear shooting in the background, ladies and gents, it's not an armed response unit looking for me, Al and Jeff. It's the Fens, they're shooting, shotgun shooting over there. Back of the Bergen. I think I'm very happy with the lid at the moment. I normally make them a lot longer than they need to be, but this time I just haven't, because you know, the material wasn't cheap. I'm looking at 60 quid for the material. Got it off Point North, sorry, Contact Left, as I remember. Somebody will ask. Right, ladies and gents, I've done that. That is like my little butt pack, but I put it on the top because this is the thing I'm going to need to get into the most. My famous little shelter pouch I put at the bottom because I'm going to need to get at that less than this. Using a new type of buckle on the lid, which I'll show you later on. But what I do is that so it stops your buckles just dropping on the floor. I put a little strip across the I'll call it the butt pack. See, that's what would happen with them if I didn't have that there. Then I'd be fishing about for them and I'd find that annoying. So, ladies and gents, kind of all seen this before. I've just done a slight variation on this. So I just found a loose thread. My shelter pouch. So there you go. It's at the bottom. It's on the outside. I can get to it quite quickly when I need to, and it's not going to stop me getting in or out of any other bit of kit. If this was on the top, then it'd cause a problem getting in and out of this, where I keep all my brew kit, all my necessaries and the things I'm going to want straight away. Ladies and gents, we will see it comes over, so it's like proper nice tiger stripe. But if the thing's wet, as they frequently are, it can drain all the way out the bottom. What I put my little fanny flaps on there, and in there what you'll see is a Belgian Army jigsaw 3x3 tarp that I made myself. So as you'll see, fits in there, plenty of room to spare. And how simple is that, ladies and gents? The buckle's coming over, just keep it in place. It's going nowhere anyway, ladies and gents. Generous bit of Velcro over there. And that's how I like to have me poncho, so I can get it. I could put waterproofs in there, I could put a warm jacket in there, whatever I wanted to. But primarily for me, that's always going to be my shelter pouch, ladies and gents. Right, ladies and gents, that's it. You see it closed up. And again, if it wasn't apparent before, rather than these strap buckles just falling straight on the floor, I've just done it so it just does that. It's just, I'm getting old and my back's not what it was, ladies and gents, and it's a bit quality. One thing I always like to do with a rucksack, I have all my teas, my coffees, you know, my knife, perhaps my silky saw, easy to get to, and I don't have to start unpacking half my Bergen. And all I've done with that is, because it's got good strapping over it, is these old bits of Velcro on there, and I'm hoping that's showing up there. I've already took stuff out of this from my teas and my coffees here and that, but I've got like the fanny flaps, as I call them, just to stop stuff coming out the side. And inside here, ladies and gents, as I always do, I've got pockets, mesh pockets inside of there, one at the back, just so I can compartmentalise stuff and get stuff till I need it. I'm going to need them in a minute, and they're my diggers. And such alike, you know, I've got my coffee stirring poo there, my poo kit and stuff like that, all my necessaries in here, like David Fire's little pouches and so forth. They'll all generally go into the top pocket of a smock. Got my gas canister in there, sorry, my gas burner in there. I'm not going to do a load out, a windshield, snazzy, really snazzy little kneeling mat or sit mat that David Fire's just shot to me. He's doing them on his website now. And again, ladies and gents, if we need a marker panel, 2 for 1 special offer on that. But all of that stuff in there is stuff I'm going to need to want to get to without too much mucking about, especially the poo kit. And that's say the flaps come over. Don't make it too flash nor fancy, because it doesn't need to be, ladies and gents. And literally that will just come over. And there we go with that, ladies and gents. I'm quite happy with that size. I think, so I've done it all before, but you see where I make these things dismountable. But I think I may have enough material just to make another one of them as a shoulder bag. Oh. Why not, eh? Why not? Make one before I die. Loving the tiger stripe material. It's just very alley, you know, bragging rights and so forth. English woodland. You know, if I ever get deployed to Vietnam to fight the Russians, oh, I'm on it. And like Rambo, he can't have one of these either. Right, so I'm just going to show you the lid now, ladies and gents, but I'm going to just adjust my camera angle. Right, ladies and gents. Found some new style of buckles on the Tinterweb, and I proper love them. Normally a buckle would be sewn underneath and you'd have to fish about for it, but these ones, you sew a loop on and then it clips onto it. These can be taken on and off of that strip of webbing there if you need to replace them, but you know, they're a lot more robust than like the military ones. Obviously time will tell, but they made a really shock absorbent, you know, high resistant plastic. And you see what I mean there, ladies and gents, it's properly attached to the Bergen, and here you can see if you needed to take it on and off on both of them, you can do so if you needed to, but it stops it all flapping about, and I'll just, you know, you grab that, it's a lot less mucking about with your buckles and trying to find them underneath and so forth. So I'm really happy with that. Obviously I put a little morale patch on there, but and that's handy, Harry, but they just drop down a little bit. The lid, I'm famous for making really long lids, but certainly didn't need this, and I was a little bit restricted because the material, well, didn't have masses of it. But what I've done there, ladies and gents, is kept it simple, and I've made it dismountable. It just sewed onto the, just velcroed onto the back of the Bergen. It means if I want another designer one, or I actually want to have a pouch on a pouch, like there, then I can do so at a later date, and it just makes it easy. But also, ladies and gents, 2 for 1 special offer. I know I've got a sit mat, one of David's in there, but that could actually make an emergency sit mat if needed, just to keep me posterior dry. But I'll stick that on roughly, just for the moment. And in here, ladies and gents, today we're talking about porterage, what sort of literage. If you're thinking an Alice pack, a big Alice pack, a large Alice pack, and then the side pouches, that's like the 3 pouches that go around the Alice pack. I don't know, I'm talking about easy 100 litres, possibly more, but I don't concentrate on too much. This isn't going to be a day pack, and I didn't want it to be. I've done a lot of day packs or 45 sort of litre ones. But in here I had to put a sleeping bag at the bottom just, and then take all my day kit and put it in here, ladies and gents. Won't bore you with the details, but I kept the inside pretty simple. And one of the first, this is the only, well, first one I've done, got myself some grommets, and I grommeted it all the way round, sewn there, with your standard pull-in toggle. And that is totally fine, that works for me. That means that the Bergen's going to be covered from the rain. Now, normally, and the next time I use this, obviously, because it is at the bottom of it, I've got a big dry sack that come up and very high, and I just roll it down. That's why I kind of dislike the snow locks, because they're all fiddly and getting into. And then you put your stuff in a big dry bag anyway. It's just a bit of a pain that don't need to be there, ladies and gents. But it's got a nice big opening, so you can reach in and get all your bits and bobs and everything that you want. That's me food for later on, ladies and gents. A really nice capacity on that. And I've since ordered some more of these buckles. They come in green and greys and different colours. I think the black goes with a tiger stripe, ladies and gents. May well put a zip pouch on there, you know, like a David Fry's pouch on there or something like that. But again, if it's working, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Big exhaust, little willy. That's what my wife says. Right, ladies and gents, I'm just going to bring you around and show you me side pouches on this, and I think that's about it. But I've got to say, Mrs. Tightwad, she loves this material, and she wants a handbag made out of it, and she may well get one. But ladies and gents, both the side pouches are exactly the same. The other one's got Velcro clothes in there, and I put all my important items in that one. Like I say, I don't like the old snow locks on them because it's just a pain. As you see, nice deep side pouch, probably about the same size as an Army PLC shortback Bergen. But obviously I've taken some stuff out of that. That's actually got carry more buckles on it because I like to use buckles as it goes. Some two cinch down straps, ladies and gents. Stop any lateral movement, and they feed nicely through there. I'm going to do all elastics to keep it all tight and tidy. My first aid kit in there. Oh, my Jamaican ginger cake, can't go in the forest without that. And ladies and gents, I've got me knife, me silky saw, and inside there on the sides is where I'll actually put tools like that, my knife, so I can get to it quite quickly. The place for everything and everything in its place. I mean, literally they're out the way now. That's me tool and knife carrier if I want to go for a mooch about. I've got stuff at the bottom. I'm not pulling it all out, ladies and gents, but there you see a standard 58 or Osprey water bottle. It'll take full Crusader kits and all that type of stuff, ladies and gents. That just gives you an idea of that pouch. It's about the same size as a PLC pouch. And I'll put all that in there. Put it all back now. But I had my seat in there and a few other bits, and obviously my first aid kit, which you always want handy Harry, so you can get it on the hurry up. Obviously I'm not putting the Jamaica ginger cake back in because that is soon going to get in my belly after I've had a nice Chinese cook up from a ration pack, ladies and gents. So basically, ladies and gents, there it is, another Mac Tightwad Bergen. I'm pretty liking that one. I'm happy with it turned out. I think I've got the lid just about right this time. I don't mind if the lid's a little bit too long. I do like to have the lids be dismountable, come on and off. I've got my butt pack with all my necessaries in it, and my shelter pouch at the bottom. and if it is wet it can drain off and it can drain out, ladies and gents. I just really didn't want a mesh one. Initially I was just going to put a mesh shelter pouch on there in green, but I thought no, that has to be tight, this right one. But yeah, a lot of people have been sort of asking for a show and tell on this, ladies and gents, so there we go. I'm quite happy with that. A couple of more bits I want to do to it, but nothing that you'd notice, just little finicky things. Right, ladies and gents, as always, thanks for watching me films, and always appreciate your comments. Thank you.